kids. Mr. George here. I'm with for Penske Body Shop, and I'm going to show you what I do on a day-to-day basis. So right in here, I have parts already prepped on the green and black. This is what it looks like already sanded, ready for paint. I'm just going to wipe it down with the wax and grease cleaner and tack it off, and I'll show you how to mix the paint, and then you guys can see me paint. So over here, I have another job, well, two jobs. These are the new parts for it, and I already cut those. I'll have to wipe those down, and we did the same process. And then on this truck, you can see how I already have it all masked off, paper and plastic, so I don't get the roller spray on it. I had to repair this, do some body work, and I'm gonna do the same process I did over there, but I'm just gonna show you guys there's what's over there. So follow me to the mixing room. Every morning when I come to work, I always turn on the mixing machine. This is where I have all of the tints just to make one color. So I'll have this on for about 10-15 minutes. I just turn on and it does its own thing. So the first thing you want to do is it's always safety first, because these are very strong chemicals that they can actually burn you or get in your eyes. So you want to make sure that you do all of the safety precautions. So after those parts are prepped, put on the gloves. Put on your safety glasses. So then after that part, we'll take the wax and grease cleaner, and over here we'll take a rag and we'll go clean these parts. Gets any more the remaining dust off, any fingerprints, any grease, just get ready for paint. If you don't clean it, you're gonna have your product will be won't as good, and the parts will be contaminated and will cause fish eyes. So you always want to clean parts and prep them. This will get the last bit of dust off, or anything that lands on top after you clean it. Plus this also gets the whole static off of each part, so we're going to do that. Just want to go over this lightly. I just wiped it and cleaned it, but there's still dust on it. There's a. So next. Next, we will mix up the epoxy sealer. Right here on the wall, we have the sealer or primer, and then the direct gloss. It's a single stage, so this pretty much has clear in it once you add more things to it. It has all of your mix ratios. And over here is the base coat. So that's a two-stage paint, base coat, and then you put clear on top of that. There's your clear coat. There's the same primer. All this tells you how to mix it up. Just like a recipe for when you cook. So right now we're gonna I'm gonna use this small cup, and if you can see it, it has the different mix ratios. So the epoxy primer, the sealer, it's a 3:1:1 ratio. So there's the 3:1:1, and it'll tell you each thing that you have to put in there. So right now we're going to do that. Grab a liner that fits in the cup. Make sure the bottom is down all the way. Grab the top for it. And then since it's a darker color paint, I'm going to go with a gray sealer for it. If I'm doing yellow or red or white, yellow or white, the color on the outside, then I'm going with a white or a light sealer. So here's your sealer. Probably good for that. So now after each step is a 3:1:1 ratio, I went to I stopped at the 3. The next product will be the next 3 up, and then the following 3 after that. So I come over here, I put the first product done. Now I'm going to put the hardener in. Here's our hardeners in. As is, everything gets the primer, the base, clear gets harder, reducers, so it's a big process. Here's the hardener. Now I'm going to put the reducer in. After each thing that you mix up, you always have to once you put the top on it, make sure it's sealed on there carefully and tight. And now we're going to grab a top, put your finger on the bottom just to release and push up, and just to release any air. Put the top on it and shake it. If you don't put your finger underneath and push up, and you put the top on it, the top and then the cap, and you shake it and you take the cap off, then the paint, the product can go everywhere. So you don't want that. Shake up for a few seconds. Grab a spray gun. Now we're ready to put the paint suit on. Always wear a paint suit. I'm going to take my safety glasses off because I have a ear respirator with a face shield, so I don't need that. But it's okay if you wear glasses and if you put the face shield on top. That's totally fine because you will not get any overspray on your face. Now, one more thing, as you can see, we have the whole temperature and the humidity. I had this door open, so it went up just a little bit. But this is what the temperature is inside the mixer room. Usually summertime, it gets to about 100 degrees, if not past that. So it gets pretty hot in here. This morning, it was around, I would say around 70 degrees in here. So it already went up 10 degrees warmer inside this mixer room. So I'd say about a 30-degree difference from this morning to summertime. All right, so we have that, and I'll grab my gray respirator and helmet. Now when I put this on, there's air. We turn on this battery pack, so the battery is on the bottom, the filter is right here with the cartridge. Once a month, they have to change out the filter to keep their batteries charged. Because if not, then if it goes out while you're spraying, then you have to go back in there and change it. Make sure your helmet is on tight. Then once I get in the booth, I'm going to pull this down and I'm going to push the button. And the fresh air will be constantly going through here. I'm just going to cover my face so that I can breathe, and the lens won't get foggy. And then this way, when I'm in there spraying, I won't smell any of the product. So it's a very strong product. You always want to make sure you do safety first. All right, and here we go. Now, once I spray this, it might be a little loud in here, but you always want to adjust the spray gun. And when I put the air to it, that's the gauge. You want in between 20 and 40, which is about 30 pounds of pressure, PSI. So as you can see, I'm not going to spray anything yet, but just air only. This is how I always check it. So right now, it's about 39, 40. I'm going to adjust it, go down too far, 20, 40, about right there, give or take. Here we go. finish that, sealer usually dries with this paint line about 15 to 20 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm going to pin the gun out. I'll show you how to do that. And then I'll mix up the paint for it, spray the paint, and then that'll be it. Over here, it's kind of loud through here because we have both of the paint booths turned on. Over here is where I can adjust my ear temperature and then go through the whole setup. I like to usually spray about 83 degrees Fahrenheit when I bake it. When I bake it, go on, that's on spray right now. Go down to pure, that's the bake cycle, which I'll show you once I get done. And then right now it's set to 130 degrees. I always like to bake it at 140 degrees, so I'll go ahead and raise it for 25 minutes. That's all good. And then just back out of it. So when I turn it on bake on the pure button, then the temperature will raise to about 140 degrees for about 25 minutes. And then you can take it out. Now, when you put it on bake, I have set at 140. That goes to about 200 degrees. Here I want to pour out the waste, so just have your face shield on or your safety glasses. If I did not have this, I would just have my safety glasses on. Drying. It's been already about a few minutes. Go over here, I'm going to mix the paint for it. Everything is all done on a scale. So it goes by grams. There's the black I need. Go down to my reducer. Each paint system and paint line, it's a different setup, but all in all, it's about the same setup. Or I should say the procedure. I want a pint. Go over here. Go to mix. Go to the job. And right now I'm just going to punch in bumpers. Save. Yes, because I already mixed the black to it. And I already have a can on the scale. Right now, I'm gonna mix it. So the first ingredient is the F3543 black. Go over here. I'm gonna find black. There it is. F3543. And it has 13.7 in it. You want to try to get 0.0 or 0.1. That's good. If you have it 0.2 or negative 0.2, then you have to be careful. You want to try to get about 0.0 to 0.1. Next one, 3546. every morning and sometimes twice a day after lunch. Next. I have some of this color already mixed up. I just wanted to show you what each strip does. Oops. If you go over with this comes out fast. This reducer, that's totally fine. I went over a little bit more than I wanted to this time, but it's totally fine. As long as that goes over and not the paint itself. Once you're done, go to finish. And put your top on it. And we're gonna go and shake it up. As you can see, you want to make sure your top is on there tightly because sometimes if it's not, it can result to the top coming off and paint going everywhere. So you always want to make sure that it's on there tight. And then over here, I have another job. That's shaking. I'll show you what this camera does. This camera, once you turn it on, this is about $10,000, and this will actually take 5 camera shots of what the color looks like on the outside, and this will get you kind of close to where you need. So I'll show you how to use that. The parts that you saw in the big booth with the yellow truck are the parts for this. The bumper is in the booth with the other part, and then you have the hood and fender. So the new parts will replace this job. So over here, I'll go to new job. And then it says 1 of 5. Once you ran it the first time, lift up, put it back on it. One more time. There's 3 dots. Oh. See, since it was moved, it says device moved. You want to make sure that all 3 dots are green and hold it. Right now, they are red because it's not on the panel and flat. So they're green, hold it there. Try not to move. It's all set. So job completed. So go in here. You gotta save it to the job number. This is the unit number of the truck. Every truck has the unit number, but I'm going to use the RO number, which is 3, 2, 5, 4, 1. Save. And there's the RO number. And right now I'm going to back out of that, and then I'll go to the computer. It's on the charger. This reads to the computer. Make sure it's flat. Grab your paint. Find the job that we just took a camera shot, you hit this button, and right now it's reading it. As you can see, and it's getting closest to, there's the job number. It's a solid. If it had any sparkle in it or metallic, then it would be a metallic paint job, and that will also read it as that too. One right here. As you can see, the MET is for metallic. I want this one. I'm sorry. I want this one right here. Hit search. Let's see. There, it's right there. And there you go. It pulled up as a 2, which is very good. Also, you click on this chip, and it will tell you in your lines, so you can kind of see if it's good or not, or if you don't think it's that good, then you can back out of it and then hit a different one. So I'll mix that later on, but I just want to show you the rest of this paint job, and I'll put on bake, and that'll be it. Grab a new liner, new cup. Now this is direct gloss. So I'll be following this chart now. Put on your safety glasses. Always make sure you have safety glasses on as well. Get paint stick. Stir it up. See? When I mix this up, when I show you, this is what this will look like. Now go to the same ratio. It's a 3-1-1. Do it. So I'll put in that. Over here, go to one part of the hardener. More step. This takes about 6 ounces of activator. So over here, we have a small. You have to be careful what you grab because a lot of these numbers are kind of close together. So you have to just double check what you grab, because if you grab the wrong product and you put it in, it could affect the the paint job. So you want to make sure and washing up. Now, if I had a full quart, one of the big cups, then I would have more of this activator. This just helps the process. Put 2 ounces in. Pour it in the cup. Do the same thing. Make sure it's on there tight. Push up from the bottom to release the air. Put your top on. Shake it up. We have so many paint guns because each paint gun works a little bit differently. So for my clear coat, to make it shiny, or for single stage, which has kind of like clear in it, I'll use this gun. If I have base or smear, I use the other gun that you guys saw me. Alright, once I do that, put your gun on. I always like to double check, set the gun, put it all the way in first, and as you can see here, I like to do about 1 full turn and about 3/4 of the way. So it's about 1, it's about a half, a little bit more. And then each gun I can spray about 30 pounds of pressure, what you guys saw. Take the plastic off. Back on, turn the air on. Let that dry for about 2-3 more minutes. Do one more coat, put on bake, and then the final result, it'll be done in about 25-30 minutes. So, other than that, this is what I do here at Penske on a day-to-day basis. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.